Good evening, everyone, in YouTube or whatever the hell this video is going to go on. My name is Abel, and I'm going to introduce my deck to you guys. This is just something that I love to use because it's pure assholeness. Let's begin. Alright, for spells, we're going to start off with this. Heavy Storm. You should know what this does already. If you don't, look it up because it's pretty stupid mean. But just in case, what it does is destroys all spells and traps on the field, regardless of their positions. So that's a basic screw over your opponent right there. Scapegoat. Very fun. It's a quick play. You can have it set face down, so your opponent attacks you directly, you just bring this out and just be mean. So, Mystical Space Typhoon, just in case Heavy Storm doesn't work, use this to destroy one spell or trap. Even though it's just one, it still helps out a lot. Nathan here knows. Yeah! Oh. Book of Moon, very helpful too. Split up any monster, face-up monster to face-down defense position. Freaking mean as crap. Pot of Avarice. When you have five or more monsters in your grave, you can activate this to select up to 5 monsters in your graveyard. Shuffle them into your deck, and draw. After the deck is shuffled, draw 2 cards.
Yeah, it's mostly used for a Exodia deck.
Yeah, just in case you lose your Exodia pieces, use that to bring them back like no problem. Monster Reincarnation, send any card from your hand to the grave to get one monster from your grave to your hand. Reborn, I do not have to explain this. 1 for 1. This has a killer combo that I could introduce, but I'm not gonna do that because it takes too long. You send 1 monster from your hand to the grave, special summon level 1 monster from your hand or deck. There's a combo that this is used mainly for. I don't have time to explain that. In this deck, I run double magic cylinders. By the way, we're going to the traps. By the way, magic cylinders stop 1 attack and inflict damage equal to the monster you stopped to your opponent. Too mean.
So you started from spells to monsters. Most people start from monsters to spells.
I also run a compulsory evacuation device. Return 1 monster on the field to the owner's hand. It's stupid mean because of that stupid return rule, you know. Even though the monster is split face down, return it anyways. Mirror Force. Like Monster Reborn, I don't have to explain this.
Didn't have to explain the next one either.
Dark Bribe. Negate 1 spell or trap your opponent activates, but they draw 1. Yeah.
Yay, I get a free card.
Solemn Warning. Kind of the same concept as Solemn Judgment, except it only stops summonings. Like say your opponent were to just summon something, negate it by paying 2,000, or they activate a card effect that would summon a monster, negate that effect. It's freaking stupid.
It's a lot like Black Horn of Heaven, but with an extended effect.
Yep. Bottomless Trap Hole. Very old card, don't need to explain. Phoenix Chain. Fun to use.
Yeah, very.
Select 1 effect monster on the field, negate its effects, and it cannot attack. So if somewhere you just use a Stardust Dragon, activate Stardust Dragon effect. Yeah, screw you over, Phoenix Chain. Assault Mode activate. You just trigger a secret monster you have and special summon an Assault Mode monster you have that has the same name in your deck into a face-up attack position.
It has to be in your deck, can't be in your hand. It's ruined that way.
Yep. So if you have the monster you want to bring out in your hand, you're screwed over. Like big time. Call the Haunted. Old card, don't need to explain.
Except most people don't know it stays on the field even after the monster leaves the field, as long as the monster isn't destroyed.
Yeah, pretty much. Solemn Judgment, old card, don't need to explain either.
Look it up online if you don't know what it does.
I would be surprised if there are actually people who don't.
Right?
Yeah. Dark Arm Dragon, very, very mean. He is killer, especially against Gravekeeper decks. He can still use his effect even though Necro Valley's out. Remove special summon when there are 3 dark monsters in your graveyard. Remove 1 dark monster from your graveyard to out of play. Destroy 1 card. He's a basic screw you in the face. DD Crow. This card can be activated on any person's turn. discard him to the graveyard and remove from play one card in your opponent's grave. So, if, like say they were activate a Stardust Dragon from the grave because he negated something, guess what? GD Crow that Stardust, it's not coming back.
Or let's say they want to bring back Quillbolt using his own effect.
Yep.
Remove Quillbolt. No more Synchro Monster on the field.
Precisely. Level Eater. If you have a level
favorite.
Yep. You have a level 5 or higher monster on your side of the field, use his effect from the grave. Reduce that monster's level by 1, special summon him to the field. Very killer. And this effect can be used multiple times as long as he's in the grave. So if you keep summoning or tributing or whatever, constant summonings over and over again. Dandelion. He's part of the combo that 1-for-1 uses. Because when he's sent to the grave by any means, he special summons 2 fluff tokens to the field. That's killer. And you'll find out why sooner or later. Okay, I know I've put the other one in here. Oh, here it is. I run double Quillbolt Hedgehogs. When they're in the grave, you have a tuner on your field, you can special summon them from the grave to the field. But if they're removed from the field, after they use the effect, they're removed from play. What I would suggest, if you have these, is use Imperial Iron Wall, because if you have that, monsters cannot be removed from play. So if you use this effect, and then they're removed from the field, they're not removed from play because of Imperial Iron Wall. Instead, they go to the grave. It's mean that way. Unless you return them, then they're just added to your hand. It's still mean. And
ooh, you're ace in the hole.
Kind of, besides my Dark Armed Dragon, this one's even more mean. Kalius, the Shadow Monarch. I run double of him. You tribute one monster to summon him, remove 1 card on the field from play, and if it's a dark type monster, you inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. This is what I mainly use Level Eater for. Yeah,
people hate it when they have Red Nova on the field. And yeah, just remove Red Nova. 1,000 points of damage. Red Nova's effect cannot activate.
Yeah, because Red Nova Dragon only prevents himself from being destroyed. Kalius removes. And
doesn't work with you know, I think it works with Stardust too.
It does. That's unless it's the Assault mode.
Yeah, the Assault mode's different.
Yeah. And also in this deck, I run double Junk Synchron. Very, very simple to use. Normal summon him, bring out level 2 or lower monster from your grave out to the field. In defense position, but its effects are negated, sadly.
Yeah, but you use it to synchro summon really fast.
Yep. I run one single quick drill synchron. I'll show you in a bit what I mainly use him for. But basically what he does to special summon him, just send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon him out.
Like Quillbolt, Level Eater. And then you can activate their effects on the grave,
which is killer. And just to be mean, I added this in. I got it from my friend here, Nathan. Effect Veiler. Discard him from your hand to the grave on any player's turn. Negate 1 monster's
effect. But it has to be on the main phase.
Yeah, on your opponent controls.
It cannot be in their battle phase. So if you try to activate during the battle phase, it doesn't work.
Yeah. So I say someone should use Red Ice Darkness Metal. Guess what? They activate their effect. Effect Veiler. Discard, negate it. Pretty much screwed over. Another favorite of mine. Chaos Sorcerer.
Ooh, that's my favorite as well. You know that.
Remove 1 light and dark monster from your grave to out of play. Special summon him. And his effect. When you can remove 1 face-up monster from the field to out of play. But when he does that, he can't attack. And if he attacks, he can't use the effect.
Yeah, but still, you can remove and play all your opponent's monsters and they can't do anything about it unless they have an effect veiler.
Pretty much. Oh, another favorite, Debris. I mainly use him because when he's normal summon, you can bring out a monster from your grave who's 500 attack or less. I mainly use him to bring out Dandelion from the grave.
And then you can bring more fluff tokens and more synchro summoning and
Yep. Oh, and here's what me and Nathan were discussing a while ago, that Kalius probably wouldn't be able to stop. Stardust Dragon Assault mode. He's mean. When he's out, you can negate any card activation. He doesn't prevent card destruction. He prevents card activations. Basic screw over right there. Only one of them. And yeah, I also run 1 Marauding Captain for a stupid mean ass effect. Normal summon, bring out a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. Necro-Gardener. When he's in your grave, you can remove him from play to negate one of your opponent's monsters' attack. Armageddon Knight. When he's summoned by any means, you can send one dark monster from your grave to the deck to make it much more easier to excuse me, to bring out Dark Arm Dragon. Plain simple as that. I also run double Mystic Tomatoes because if one's destroyed, I can just bring out another one, and if the other one's destroyed, bring out another dark monster that's 1500 or less attack. So on the final one, when the second one's destroyed, I could just bring out Armageddon Knight and use his effect to send Necro-Gardener to the grave. Just like that, just to be mean, you know? Last but not least, from the main deck, we have Spore. One of the key cards in my deck. Because when he's in the grave and you have another plant type monster in your grave, let's say I were to have in my grave, we'll just use this one, Mystic Tomato and Spore in the grave. His effect: remove one plant type monster from your graveyard to out of play. Remove Mystic Tomato. Special summon him. Special summon the Spore, and he gains level equal to the monster that was removed. So because he's already level 1, he gains 4 more stars, making him level 5. So let's say I would have a Marauding Captain out. I could synchro summon for a level 8 monster. Yeah. That's stupid mean. Anyways, to the synchro monsters. First we have Drill Warrior. Wait, no, forget it. Anyways, Drill Warrior, very fun to use. He has 2 effects. Well, actually it's technically 3, but anyways. His first effect, you can have him, half his attack to have him attack directly. So because he's already 2,400 attack, use his effect to half himself, he becomes 1,200 attack directly, but he stays like that permanently. But a secondary effect, what you can do during your second main phase, or your main phase 1, send one card from your hand to the grave to remove him from play. During your standby phase, he's special summoned, and when he does that, if he was halved that way or reduced by his level or whatever, he's returned back to normal. It's stupid meaning like that. Nathan knows. I used it on him too much.
Yeah.
And he's also done it onto other people too. They complain about the same thing. So there's a lot of combos that you can use. Basically, Level Eater, Dandelion, Necro-Gardener, a lot that you can use for him. Because when you summon, add one monster from your grave back to your hand. It's stupid mean that way. Junk Gardener, also fun to use, and one of Nathan's favorites. Yay! When he's special summon, when you bring him out, when he's out, I recommend having defense position because he's a high defender. He's a 2,600 defense, and his effect is awesome because during any player's turn, you can switch one of your opponent's monsters to another battle position. Like say they were attack, use his effect, switch it to defense, and when he leaves the field and goes to the grave, you can switch any monster on the field to a different position. Nathan has a suggestion that you could use when you do that. Nathan?
Huh? You're talking about when your opponent attacks?
No, like when he leaves the field and goes to the grave.
Oh, let's say your opponent has 2 monsters that are really strong. You don't need to turn the computer. They know what I look like.
I don't care.
When you have let's say your opponent has 2 monsters, like let's say Stardust Dragon and Shooting Star Dragon, both on the field, which we've done countless times before. You attack your opponent using Shooting Star's effect. Let's say you drew 2 tuners, so you can attack twice. And he's how much attacker was shooting?
2006.
20?
Shooting Star's a 33, sorry.
A 33, right?
Yeah, 3,300.
So that's 3,300 attack coming at you. So you want, let's say you have 2 monsters on the field and you can only defend twice. So you have your one monster in your attack mode and you have your Gardener in defense mode. So hopefully they destroy your Gardener first. If not, this doesn't work.
Yeah.
Let's say they destroy your Gardener, use his effect, turn your monster defense mode, so you take no damage. It's basically like to your opponent, screw you, I'm not going to take damage this turn. Next turn I'll beat you. Which actually has happened before. Yeah. Yeah, because remember the Caius you used against my shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, couldn't stop it.
They're like, Caius, screw you over big time.
Alright, take it back.
Alright, we already did Junk and Drill, right?
Yeah,
Alright.
Jumping Gardener.
Another
Now to your favorite card of all time.
one of them. But it's stupidly, surprisingly mean that everyone loves to do. Black Rose Dragon. When she's brought out, guess what? You can choose whether or not to destroy all cards on the field. If you have a reborn, bring her back. Screw your opponent over and over again. But that effect only activates when she's been synchro summoned. So yeah. But yeah, her other effect is like when you can remove one plant type from your graveyard to have play to switch one of your opponent's monsters that are in defense position to attack position and reduce its attack by 0. So attack that monster, they take 24 or whatever other monster you have out on the field. It's freaking mean like that. Next we have a High Defender that I just threw in there because it allows me to summon a lot more easier and defend myself. Ancient Fairy Dragon. And if there's a field spell out, whoever it belongs to, you can destroy it to gain 1,000 life points. Very fun. Colossal Fighter. Or as I like to call it, Colossal Fat Ass. When he's brought out and he's destroyed by battle, what you can do, his effect kicks in. When he's destroyed by battle, you can choose one warrior from any person's graveyard and special summon it. It didn't say that you cannot choose him himself. So basically, special summon himself back. Over and over and over again.
And if you run a deck like I do full of warriors, he also gets a power boost of 100 attack per warrior.
Yeah, basically, for each warrior in anyone's graveyard, he gains an additional 100 attack.
Yeah, so don't battle him with a warrior deck. Don't, trust me, it goes back on you.
Yeah. Nathan loves to run this because he's stupidly mean.
My favorite monster.
Junk Destroyer. When he synchro summon, destroy up to cards on the field, depending on how many non-tuner monsters you use for a synchro summon.
He does not work against Stardust though. I tried.
I know. And another favorite of mine, I run double Scrap Dragon. When he's out, destroy one of your own cards and destroy one card your opponent controls.
Can that effect be activated multiple times or just when he summons?
Just once per turn.
Once per turn, but still that's...
It's stupidly mean.
So like use Dandelion, bring back, use Drill Warrior, bring back Dandelion, summon Dandelion again, more tokens.
Basic screw over right there. Another personal favorite of mine, just because I like to wipe out my opponent's field clean. Red Dragon Retreat. When he attacks a defense position monster, he destroys all defense position monsters your opponent controls. However, there's a backdraw to him. If all your other monsters haven't attacked, he destroys them. So you have to make sure, if you have other monsters out, make sure that they attack.
That turn. He does not have to attack last. He could be the first one to attack. So, but make sure the rest of your monsters attack and before the battle phase ends.
Yep. And I have one of his next forms of a personal favorite of Nathan's.
Oh yeah.
Red Nova Dragon.
Let him get a good picture of that. Most people don't get to see a Red Nova.
Yeah. Red Nova, what he does is that when he's out, he can't be destroyed by card effects. And the thing is also, for each tuner monster in your grave, he gains an additional 500 attack. And the thing is, when your opponent attacks, what you can do is use his effect. Target the attacking monster, remove him from play to negate that attack. And during the end phase, when he uses that effect, he special summon back.
The same effect as Shooting Star.
Yep. And next, we're gonna go to my double Stardust Dragons, which is too mean. Everyone should already know what this does, so I'm just gonna skip him. Formula Synchron, very fun to use.
It's very hard to get though. That card is like $15 on the market.
Yeah. And
that's if you get it cheap.
Yeah, everyone should already know what this does already. You think I should explain it anyways?
Yeah, there's some noobs out there that don't know.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what noobs is, you are a noob.
Oh, come on, man. Alright. Like, say he synchro summons successfully. When that happens, you can draw one more card, and during your opponent's main phase, you can activate his effect to synchro summon during your opponent's turn. As long as he's being used for that synchro summon.
We suggest putting him in defense mode, unless your opponent's field is clear and you want to attack him.
Yeah, just
otherwise, put him in defense mode.
Yeah.
Because he has a very low attack. I think it's like only like 200.
Yeah, it's 215 defense. What Formula Synchron's mainly used is Stardust Dragon. Say you have Formula Synchron and Stardust Dragon in attack position.
Show him your double shooting.
Oh yeah, like what I have also my last Synchro monsters, which is another personal favorite of mine and Nathan's. Shooting Star Dragon. Very mean to use. I don't know if more than one's allowed, but I could give a crap.
I think they allow two. I don't think there's a limit on them. I know there's a limit on Formula though.
Yeah.
He's limited to one.
Yeah. Shooting Star Dragon is very mean. He has the same negate attack effect that Red Nova does, but he also prevents card destruction effects, and he can also allow you to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Depending on how many tuners were revealed, you can attack that many times. Like
that's what I was talking about earlier with the Duck and Gardener about him attacking.
Yep.
So let's say you get 3 of them, attack 3 times. Get 2, attack 2. If you don't get any, he can't attack period.
He can't attack for squad.
So if you want to make sure you attack that turn, do not activate his effect.
Yep.
But if you want to attack multiple times and you think you have the luck,
do it.
Then do it.
Like here's how he's mainly brought out. If you have Formula Synchron defense and Stardust Dragon attack during your opponent's turn, when they're gonna attack, you have to do this, or they're gonna target one of these for something that you cannot stop. Here's how you can stop it. Use Formula Synchron's effect to Synchro Summon during their turn. So as long as Formula Synchron is being used, Synchro Summon during their turn, bring out Shooting Star Dragon, whatever they had, or move from play, or return, or a card destruction effect. You can bring him out using Formula Synchron, and they miss their target. Even the return rule can't work against that. Because it was targeting a single card.
And priority doesn't work against it either.
Yep, like say they were activate a compulsory evacuation device and want to return Stardust Dragon. Stardust Dragon can't react to that because he only prevents card destruction.
But this here Formula can.
Yes, he can react to compulsory evacuation device.
It's called a chain.
Yep.
And yes, chains can be used with just monsters. People think it can only be used with traps. You can use it with monsters as well.
Yeah. You can use the effect, Synchro Summon your opponent's turn in response to the compulsory, bring out Shooting Star. And the compulsory would miss its target. So
basically the compulsory would be destroyed because it doesn't have a target.
Yeah, it's not technically destroyed, it just goes to the grave because it missed its target.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is basically what my deck is composed of. I wouldn't say to just build it because I just put the video on, but it's just something that I like to run just to mess around.
Next week we'll be showing a battle of our 2 deck profiles against each other, so y'all can choose the one y'all like the best.
Yep.
So hopefully tune in next week and you'll get a free battle to watch. Alright, you want to stop the recording?
First, let's say goodbye. See you there, everybody.